Failure diagnostics methods and installation tutorial for throttle valve. Failure diagnostics methods for throttle valve. After testing with a diagnostic scanner, the following fault codes are reported. 1. The signal from throttle valve drive angle sensor 1 is unreliable. 2. The signal from throttle valve drive angle sensor 2 is unreliable. 3. The signal from throttle valve potentiometer is unreliable. 4. The throttle valve control function fails. The above method is used to preliminarily determine whether the throttle valve has failed, although the further verification is required before replacing the throttle valve assembly. Methods for verification of throttle valve failure. First, check the throttle valve circuit to further verify the throttle failure. Turn on the ignition switch and measure the power voltages without removing the throttle valve plug. 1. 2 throttle valve drive motor power wires, 12 volts. 2. 1 sensor power wire, 5 volts. 1 sensor negative pole wire. 3. Power wire for signals of sensor 1, 4.2 volts. Power wire for signals of sensor 2, 0.8 volts. Second, inspect the throttle valve with a diagnostic scanner. Enter engine electronic control system and select Read Data Stream and observe relevant data stream. The normal absolute position value should be at an appropriate level and should not be 0% or 100%. Through the above method, we can basically determine the throttle valve has failed and replacement with a new one is necessary. As an important component of a throttle valve, the spring of an OE throttle valve has a two-piece structure, which is unstable to withstand operational torsional strength for long. By contrast, a Vica throttle valve has abandoned the two-piece structure and resorts to a new STO technology, a return spring structure design. Besides, 304 stainless steel is adopted as the raw material. The product has passed 7.5 million fatigue tests and demonstrates higher fatigue strength. The sensor, another key component of the throttle valve. Vica adopts a new STO technology, turning angle positioning sensor, which leads to better anti-interference ability and effectively prevents static electricity from damaging chips. The 360-degree signal receiving function results in higher accuracy and sensitivity. However, the circuit boards with a home mechanical structure adopted by OE products lead to higher probability of failure and lower durability after prolonged contact. The Vica throttle valve flap is subject to anodizing treatment, and it is much more resistant to oil and dirt adhesion and carbon deposition than OE products made of regular aluminum. Meanwhile, Vica gears are made of PA66 plus GF30 plus PTFE 15% materials, which feature a low friction coefficient. They operate more smoothly than OE products made of PA66 plus GF30 materials. The Vica throttle valves use a Johnson electric motor that leads to more reliable and dependable performance. Vica STO throttle valves with a warranty of 4 years or 100% kilometers, superior to OE. Throttle valve disassembly and installation tutorial. 1. Disassemble relevant components and power plugs of the throttle valve assembly. 2. Loosen and unscrew the fixing bolts. Remove the throttle valve assembly. Clean the joint end faces and install a new assembly. 3. Enter the engine data stream interface of a diagnostic scanner. Check whether the actual parameters of the throttle valve are normal and eliminate relevant fault codes.